Righto, here we are. 2017 Mazda 3 Android Auto, Apple Play. Just have to swap out that unit with this unit and just change the wires that run up to the back. So I just did the usual, bought the AliExpress one actually, you know, cheap. I got the Type C one, but I got the wired. They do a wireless one now, but I didn't do wireless because of reviews said they just have a few dramas, so I decided to go with wired one. There's plenty of clips out there on doing this, but some of them are a bit jumpy. They sort of don't show you what they do each stage, and the majority of them take this entire console out and move it all backwards so you can get to the back of it, which you may have to do. I'm not 100% sure. I did watch one where a guy drilled out the front of these, so drilled a hole in there, so essentially broke the clip from inside, and got it out that way, which, you know, I don't know whether I want to go that route. We will see how we go. So let's start. Probably the worst bit about this is these clips along here. You really honestly feel like you're going to break this piece to get it out. But if you see where the clips are and where to pull from, so start at that end first there and then work your way in. Just pop that sucker out. You can actually pretty much grab it and just pull it out. You've got to be fairly forceful with this. You feel like you're going to break it, and just work your way along. See, it all starts popping out, pops out, and there you go. See, in the back there's a little wire. You just push down on that, and that just comes out. So that wire has got the button on top. Okay, so that's the 10mm bolt down in there that you got to get at. I had a couple of short extensions, got to undo it, not do it up. There we go. It's a pretty, like, it's light threaded once you get it started, and ideally, righto, so that nut's out. You need to do that to put it back, because it's a bit hard to hold it in the socket while you put it back in. Alright, so now we're going to pull the unit out itself. That's the only bolt that holds the unit in. There's a few clips around it. You pretty much just grab this and just pull it straight forward towards you. And then up in the back here, there's the wiring. I've just got a little screwdriver here to do that with. So just push down, yeah, push down and push out. And out it comes. So you got the same there, push down in the middle, push out, push down and push out, and push down and backwards. And I just needed two hands because pushing down on it was sort of pushing it crossways in there, so I needed a second hand to do it. But yeah, head unit out, just put it aside, and now we go in towards the bottom. Righto, so from the top here, hopefully I get this right on the camera in the middle here, but you can see down in there, and that is the top. That there is one of the lips, and there's another one just there. So they're the two top catches of that box. So they are that one and that one, and you depress them down, they spring open inside, so as you push them down it comes out. So that's easy enough to get to those two, and I believe that coming up through here, taking this back panel out, I think I can get a screwdriver up in there and pop those bottom two up. Right, so removing the glove box is pretty simple. These two clips just go in there, goes up, and these two go in behind. You can see where they go up into there, and then you just got the bottom bar there that just pushes back over the top of that. So you pull that off, and those two, you squeeze in the sides, and that comes out. Righto, so you can see down there, I'll get a pointer, that's the box. That side tag is still, it's not holding on, but that's the end of it there. I've got a big screwdriver in from that side, and I've got a screwdriver in through the glove box, and that goes in underneath the unit. It's a bit hard to see down there, but it's actually in underneath. I'll move it around a little bit, see if you can see a reflection of it. And it is in underneath the unit, and it got the bottom latch to lift up. And I grabbed in between the two USBs with pointy nose pliers and just pull it out. So the driver's side kick panel, if you put your hand in up underneath here and just pull it out, and those clips, you see those three clips there, and end up in the end there, that goes up into that slot up there. You take your long screwdriver and just slide it into there, and you'll be able to see from the top where you're going to, and just in underneath the plug, and then you pull down on it and lever up. You lift, trying to lift the point of it up. I don't know how well you're going to see, but I'm going to leave you there. I'll take that screwdriver out from there, and I'll go in from the other side. You can see I'm going in underneath the box to roughly where that bottom clip is. Obviously you can't see it. Pointy nose pliers in the front, and try and lever up on the bottom of the box. There it is. And I'm pulling on it with the pointy nose pliers at the front at the same time. So, and out it comes. And you're doing everything from looking down on top here, so where you can see your screwdriver, slide it in underneath and just sort of lever upwards, and all the while pulling on the front. So we haven't had to undo any of the console, it's all still in place. I've just got my light there so we could see what we were filming. So for the routing of the wires, on this particular one, it's the brown and the black that goes down to the back of the unit, of the new unit. So you can see the old wires. So this is a right-hand drive Australian car. So you can see those wires go off to that side. You can see the bar, the big silver bar across there, and down inside the glove box here. See where that silver bar is. So I'm going to run my wiring down through there. I'm going to attach it to the side of this, tidy it all up in there, all the excess, and then just run it into the back of the unit. So just swapping the cables over, I popped out the cables through there, around through there, so up into there. They come out there. I've just plugged them into the back of the box, and then just take this one out. So you just push down on the plug and pull it out, and then the same with the grey one there. I'll just use a pair of pointy nose pliers on that because I can. It's easy. And out with the old box. Then I'm just going to zip tie this back up. Zip tie this back up against there, out of the road. Right, so just plugged those two wires in and then swapped over that one, put it in. So you got your SD card to swap over in here, of course. It's your SD card straight into there, and it goes into one spot, clips in, cover back over it, done. I've just run the wire down the back, zip tied it up against there, runs up over into there, and then down into the back of the box and up into the top. So they come with a diagram of where to put them back in. So green's on the outside, blue, so the outside one's green, inside one's blue, and all them other plugs just go back into where you got them out of. So those other ones floating around, I just zip tied that other one, the green one there, out of the road onto that one, so it'll be just tucked up there. Yeah, and just plug all these back in. So I've got to put you down to do this. I need me 2 hands, and I'll show you when I'm done. Right, that's pretty simple. They're all plugged in respectively into their holes. This just slides back up into the dash. Just got to get this wire out of the road here. This is where you need the 10mm stuck in there so it can't fall out. So when you go to put that back in, you're not going to drop it down in behind the dash anywhere. And that's not a super tight bolt. Just nip it up a little bit. That's done. You can see that screen's got a couple of bloody glue things around it. It's pretty dead easy to swap them. You can get them off AliExpress as well. There's good YouTube clips on how to swap them, and they are easy. Righto, so I've just plugged in the C cable. I've got a really long one, but C cable into my phone. The car's beeping because I've got the ignition on, the door's open. C into the phone. So agree on that, and on your phone, welcome to Android Auto, continue. Yep, there you go. So Android Auto. Oh, you use the dial, the wind through them. And button to press on it, just press on the maps. There you go, righto. So that works. So then I just got to put everything back together and plop that back into place, of course, so that it just slides in back into there and clips in. Righto, so this is what I use for the job. End cutters and side nippers just to trim off your zip ties that you put in place. I tried the big screwdriver, it didn't work out so well, but I had this long skinny screwdriver that worked really well for me. Yeah, it's 360mm, 14 inches long, from the end of the handle to the tip. And this slightly shorter blue one I used to go down to push on top. That screwdriver I don't think I ended up using. The 10mm long extension with the tape in the end, pointing those pliers to go into the two USB sockets in the old one and tear it out, and one plastic tool to get that popped off. I used a little bit of electrical tape inside, just wrapping up the wires here and there as well too. So that's all I used to do this job. Yeah, fairly simple, straightforward. Cheers.